So I've been doing this for a while, and nobody watches my videos, but they're there if people want to see them. I do put them out, and I was just watching thing on college growth and all that. I think our population has doubled in the past 30 years. So we got to educate. You can't just do this. You can't run them over the cliff like lemmings. I mean, when I go to the high schools and they come out like herded cows out of the classroom, they all dress the same, they all look the same, and they're competing for the same thing. At pretty much the SAT is all about math and science. The immeasurable amount of creativity we're losing is devastating. To award children. And it's gotten so bad that they're cheating because they can't compete with each other. If they can't compete in the math and sciences, what are they going to do? Because we don't have an economy built on theater, dance, music. Back in the old days, Shakespeare, people went to see plays, and it was good. It was good. There's a place for movies, but the interaction of the artist and the audience is empirical. It's important. To get accustomed to that as a child. When I was a child, my grandparents took us to see an opera. It was an operetta, so it was a little shorter or something. And we had this, it was fascinating. What a wonderful point that my granddaddy made to us. That this is culture, because his mom had gone to the opera. I'm in the city of Richmond, and we have lots of cultural events, but I find the poor people don't know where they are. Even if it's free, they don't know where the VMFA is. I see that as not just a blind oversight. I see that as being done on purpose by the upper class, like say the U-Crops and stuff like that. They don't feel welcome in that ritzy rich. It's difficult to step in if you feel inferior because you didn't get the training to do a job, whether you're smart or not. To step into a world that's luxurious. It doesn't feel like your world. It'd be like me going to Taiwan. I'm not sure that I can fit in here. And will they hurt me? That's the other thing is when you go into a different economy, ethnicity, it's a little scary, and are you going to be loved and accepted? And I found in the hood and Gilpin and Crete, they did. They loved my dogs. They were so kind. And just a lot of beautiful people, somewhat misguided because they need the role models there. Wealthy people have troubles too with addiction. And I went out to the country club, and I had been there before with someone I dated, Russell, and they were so into it. They said, yeah, bring some of the little boys and girls that are poor. We'll teach them golf and tennis sometimes. So they're not that snobby. It's just they live in different worlds. And when I was in California and studied, oh my God, I had no clue what I was getting myself into, but we all sat around for a couple hours discussing community. And we were actually building with our hands buildings and ideas and structures of economics and community. And I put up a billboard. I couldn't get it to stand up, but I put the billboard up. I said, we need community. And when I met Todd from VMDO, it's really weird to say you're trying to create world peace because you're talking like Jesus and the Dalai Lama and Gandhi, and nobody can do that. Not one person, no. But yeah, I like Todd from BMD. He sat back, he goes, oh, you need atmosphere. So he was able to conceptualize what my idea was, that it could happen. And we need thinkers like that. And we also need our bricklayers that can do the building and the gardening and the food and cooperation and get people into singing and dancing and theater and water parks in the Middle East, and put all that bad energy of hate into good energy. What if you're psychiatric? Well, maybe you have to be taken care of, like me. I need to go into a home like a Holiday Inn for the next 6 months. I want credits. I want a room at the Holiday Inn with heat, because right now we're struggling to pay our heat bills. I can't pay it. Not with $750 a month disability. So I'm thinking that my psychiatric hospital would just be the Holiday or the Jefferson. And I will work diligently every day to try to build World Preschool, but I need someone to pay my hotel. Well, no, my psychiatric hospital would be the Holiday Inn, because I'm not one to pull the TVs off the walls. You have to segregate. If someone is really sick and violent, yeah, take them away for 2 days to a week and see if you can calm them down. But the whole fucking 3 weeks you spend in a psychiatric hospital, there is no need to not have a bed that uppers and lowers and breakfast in your room and a TV, unless you're just punishing these individuals for having a brain disorder. I see what you're doing. It's not going to change. That kind of penal punishment, especially public schools, they miss mother. They're not going to sit at a desk. These guys want to get up and dance and sing and travel, and they learn tactile, a lot tactile, not from looking at a book. No, I mean, books are good sometimes. You can bring the outdoors in. Whatever you do in the outside world, you might be a rapper on the weekends. Bring it in, show us, and we're going to give you credit on your degree in a non-schooling, which is my favorite. And we do have a structural learning program in public schools, and these are the benchmarks. But look how smart our kids are. They're following their dreams all throughout high school. Like, I wanted to be a horse trainer, and I would go at 6 a.m. I tossed newspapers to try to get money for a horse, and I would look out my window like, where's my pony? Luckily, my family did have a horse farm, but it was about almost 2 hours away, so I did get to ride and be around horses. But I wanted to be a horse trainer. You know, I went to art school, and then I got to be a horse trainer, and I'm not really good at it. I trained a miniature horse, but a big horse can hurt you. So at my farm, if I get my farm, I'm going to have miniature horses, not necessarily for sale, but for the little children that, like in Gilpin, that don't get around horses. We'll have safe horses that they can brush and pick their hooves and get around, so they don't feel like they're left out of the party, like the U-Crop. I just, like when it's a $40 glass of two-finger whiskey, they're out of my league. John Robert Black, my cousin, who's Philippine, speaks Philippine. John, I can't afford the U-Crops. What are we going to do about that? Well, they can do some charity, Agrippa, too. I'm not sure what they want to do, but just hiring people from, like, research and find some people to hire in your institution from the hood. Invite them in, tell them pull their pants up. Say, when you wear your pants down, it tells me that you're saying to all your friends, please don't go to prison because you're going to get it up the butt. And that's what I see. I see when those poor boys are wearing their pants down, they're afraid of prison. They're afraid because if they get in trouble, they're going to get fucked up the butt. That's what those low pants mean. And if you don't see it that way, then you're not part of our game, which A is awesome, B is beautiful, C is creative, D is delightful, F is fantastic. Try and try and try again and again and again. But if you stay in the fantastic in your math ability or computers or that kind of linear thinking, I didn't like puzzles. And so it doesn't mean I'm not smart. It just meant the picture was already there and it was boring. And same with mathematics. I was like, in beginner levels algebra, I was like, I didn't want to memorize those formulas. It just seemed boring to me. I read abstract books, books and books and books, but I got no credit, and I still don't. So we can change that for the kids. And my brother got in physics really good, and he got in the gifted program, but he and I have the same IQ, and it's above Disney. But I didn't get in the gifted. Every child is gifted in something. And we, as adults and teachers, need to get beyond our own judgment and truly look at that child and see what they want to do and what they're good at. And your job as teacher is to facilitate the gnosis, the learning that each child has got a genius for and can partake in our community in a good way. And we have all kinds of poor people that need direction. I'm not sure the UCROPS really gives it. They send a benchmark way too high to teach people because they don't feel comfortable going on the rooftop bar and seeing that perspective with wealthy people, because I think all they could do is order. You probably chase them out. You let me in, and I had brought my dog, my service dog, so maybe there's hope for you, UCROPS. Thank you.